Well, in the meantime, how about if I call tonight's town board meeting
Please.
to order? Roll call, please.
Supervisor Vastola.
Present.
I take it Councilman Stat will not be here.
He'll be necessarily absent.
Councilman Grunwell.
Here.
Councilman Crowley.
Present.
Councilman Mitchell.
Here.
Thank you. Salute the flag led by our assessor, Holly Swingle.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Need approval for the last month's minutes.
Motion to approve.
And a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion? No corrections, omissions? Okay.
Good.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that carries. Thank you. Okay, I'd like to make a motion myself to open the public hearing. Need a second?
I'll second.
Okay, and this is public hearing for our annual tax override that we do every year just to protect ourselves in case we need it. And those in favor to open the public hearing?
Aye.
Aye, that carries. Public hearing pertaining to comments for the adoption of local law number 3 pursuant to chapter 97-2011 of the laws of the state of New York. General municipal law overriding a tax levy limit for the fiscal year 2026. Any comments, questions, discussion?
Any anticipation we'll need to invoke this?
Really, no. We were like 0.6% last year. I don't see that happening at all. It's 2% is what the cap is. This just allows us if something happened.
It's just a,
Perfunctory.
just in case,
Yeah.
trying to find the right words.
Right.
Not that we expect to need it, but just in case.
Some catastrophic thing that we had no clue was going to happen and we needed crazy funds. Chances are not going to happen in this town. Correct. Any other questions or understanding what this is? Something we do every year. Okay, motion to close the public hearing
Second?
and a second.
Aye. Second.
Aye.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Closing it. Okay, resolution approval to override said tax levy.
Motion to approve the approval to override the tax levy.
And a second.
Second?
Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that carries. Thank you. Privilege of the floor. There's some things that I was privileged to attend. One of them was the AI workshop at FLCC, and that continues to gain momentum. There were 175 people at that workshop, and it was fantastic. It was every session was led by a professional. They were really well received. The FEMA maps are still gaining input from Richmond and Canadice, and it does affect the town of Bloomfield as well. It's still in progress. Communications. Any questions on those? Okay, many of those were emailed, and I do have hard copies as well. Okay. One new thing that I did do, and just let me know if you find it of value, is Ontario County Key Events, and some of those are areas that I'm already attending. It's just countywide things, and that's a real good email to look at. So, town clerk report. Eileen?
Paying to the supervisor for the general fund, $1,285.94. For water billing, $300. New York State DEC, $231.46. Annual Population Control Fund, 14, for a total disbursement of $1,831.40. That's all I have.
Okay, anything else to
All
add?
right, I make a motion to approve the town clerk's report.
I'll second.
Those in favor? All right, that carries. Thank you, Eileen.
Yep.
Historian report was submitted. code enforcement report was submitted, and he's also online if he has anything to add to the report. He's saying no.
So Joe, I was gonna ask how Ross Road was going, and Pat also wanted to voice an opinion. Jeremy,
Okay, asking as far as,
how we doing?
It's done.
while the barn is down, the structure's down, I went and did a final inspection, I still haven't closed the permit at the moment, because the contractor could not take the tires. There's, I don't know, my best guess would be 15 to 20 tires that are still in a pile there.
Okay,
Because they couldn't go in the dumpster because it's against the law.
right. So surface restoration?
That happened, they seeded and put straw down. And they used, they had some fill dirt,
Is it really?
and the fill dirt was used to fill the void that was there after they took the foundation part of the barn out.
Beautiful. And what's the plan on the tires?
Well, we don't have one yet. I was going to message Rob about the free, there's a place to take them in South Bristol. They do it once a year, it's free.
Right. Right. There's also the county tire collection. Ted reminded us that it's coming up.
Okay.
So there's two
Yeah.
options.
The
Yeah.
county one, you can only take 10 tires.
Sounds like South Bristol.
Does it limit per person or does it limit it
Per person.
per household?
Yep, so you and Rich can both go, and I'll be in the third
Oh,
vehicle.
Lord.
You do have to register for it, you can't just show up.
You do have to register, that is correct.
Right, they only take specific tire sizes also. Like tires.
Okay. I do know the one in South Bristol, they bring a dumpster. And it's fairly big.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Planning Board, Ted Mayhew.
The planning board met on June 23rd. You have the minutes in your packets. Just briefly, we had two applications to process. One was a site plan application for property on Sunset Drive. This involved a demolition of an existing building and a rebuild on the same footprint, except for a widened front lakeside porch. That widened porch violated the setback on the south side. The applicants, the Mertzkes, went to the zoning board and they got a variance on that. And so the site plan was approved, conditioned upon them getting a final site plan map to us. So as soon as they get that map done, then the CEO can issue building permits. Second application was a subdivision, very straightforward, standard. There was a lot on Curtis Road, didn't have an address, so we just put the location. Vacant property, no services, no buildings, no curb cuts required, straight separation into two individual lots. And that was approved. And that's all, yeah. Later on, you'll see you have a resolution for a new planning board member. So,
Was one of those properties for his son, the 4-acre property or something, or did he indicate what?
He did not indicate what he's going to do with them.
Okay.
As Mr. Keith Haas is the owner.
Okay, thank you.
And that's all.
Well, I see Haas and Hess. Is this,
Haas.
okay.
Did we have a misspelling?
Yeah, just to make sure, yep.
Where is,
All preliminary review,
okay,
no worries. That'll come up.
same man.
Just making sure. If Mr. Haas is involved. Okay, sounds good, thank you.
You're welcome.
And we will be approving a new town board member this evening, per recommendation of the
Planning
Board. Thank you. Not to make anybody nervous, sorry. ZBA did submit approved minutes, and those were emailed. And we did get a highway superintendent report that everyone should have reviewed. And I did have a comment on that. I did talk to the deputy. In addition, it does talk about the new roadside mowers here. It was used today, and there's a little issue with it, and a tech's going to come out tomorrow to tweak it. There's a small issue, but Joe's on it. They did some ditching today also on Ross Road near the Hallett property. And they're still on schedule for the Johnson Hill next week. So it was a good report. Any questions on the highway report?
So Jeremy talked about a pull behind leaf pickup contraption. Any progress on that?
That I don't know.
Okay,
That I don't know. I haven't talked to.
exactly.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Jeremy in 10 days.
Okay,
It's on a nice vacation. Okay.
well deserved.
Yes. Yes, we all get vacations. Okay, Terry, Honey Lake Watershed Task Force.
Well, I wrote my report 5 or 6 days ago. However, the water temperature this morning was 82.9 degrees Fahrenheit. And what you need to understand is when we get above 80, that's ideal for the blue-green algae reproduction. Lake level is well under control since the town of Richmond did the work on the outlet channel on Mill Creek. And over the last week, maybe 10 days, we're getting our classic Gliotrichia bloom. Gliotrichia is an early summer blue-green algae. And Chris and Rick, I don't expect you to, but Kate is a religious reader of my weekly water quality blog. Religious. So I put in there, so people would understand, Gliotrichia is unlike all the rest of the blue-green algae. When it dies in the summer, the seed goes to the bottom of the shallow water. Over the winter and spring, it directly gets the nutrients from the bottom sediments. Sometime between mid-June and early July, it blooms. The traditional blue-green algae comes along in late July, August, first part of September, which requires nutrients in the water column. So there is no known mitigation strategy for Gliotrichia. We'll come back to that later. I guess Chris already said that. Weed harvesting program started Wednesday, July 2nd. And for Chris's benefit, I wrote 2 letters of support for the Jersey Hill grant, one from the Watershed Task Force, one from the Honey Valley Association. So she got 2 support letters.
Excellent. And I wrote one for the town as well.
Yep. And that is my update.
We're still looking for a few more letters. When were those letters submitted? When were those letters submitted?
Last Friday.
Okay. I don't know which, because she said some letters were pending, so maybe those were a couple, some of them too. Okay, perfect. Thank
I
you.
saw Megan Friday morning. She reminded me, and I sent them to her Friday afternoon.
Excellent. I just love it.
She knows.
Yes, perfect. I'm in the loop. Okay, thank you. We have a assessor's report that's been filed, and if there's any questions, we have our assessor here this evening. Or if you had anything to add.
Well, I have a question for her. Housing values on Honeoye Lake, have they stabilized? They still going up? They going down? What? Just directionally, what?
They are consistent with what they've done the last few years. I mean, people are coming in. with trash and paying ridiculous amounts of money for them. They, smaller ones maybe set off the exact lakefront, maybe have come down a little bit more in around the area, but on the lake, it's pretty much still up there.
I talked to a realtor today when I was over on Canadice Lake, and somebody was offered a cash deal, $50,000 less than it was listed for. She said no. The owner said, you know, I've got to sell this in 10 days. She goes, don't worry. Then last weekend happened, 2 days ago. And then two people started in a bidding war, and they got another $140,000. Wow. So that's Canadice Lake, but
It happens here too.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's everywhere, and there are people with a lot of money, and they're the short-term rentals. You know,
What I don't understand is it all has to be almost a cash buyer, because you'd have trouble financing that much over.
And that's what it is, because the assessed value of some of these homes is $250,000. People are coming in with these cash prices and paying $700,000-800,000. They're never gonna get it back.
it's, but I think some of these people just, yeah, it's just very interesting. So it's good that you're here. Thank you. Okay, Water District Operations, Kate.
So, nothing out of the ordinary. June of last year was higher in terms of water pumped. I took a look at year-to-date, and we're about 400,000 gallons higher, which is around 10%. So we expect to be somewhere between 10.5 and 11 million gallons pumped by the end of the year. I also received the June work order report, and so I distributed the second quarter of the RWW costs down slightly from last year, and overall we're right on track. We're going to be up a smidge because they raised their rates this past year. And I do have a question. Have we heard anything from Dave Rowley on the municipal agreement that has to come from the city of Rochester?
I don't believe I have.
Okay, because he was saying
What's
like
it due?
June, July,
Yeah.
that we would get it back. I will send him an email.
Okay,
Thank you.
Copy me in,
you.
please.
Yep.
Thank you. Just writing that down in my notes too to look for it. That was Monroe County Water Authority, correct?
Correct. It's the municipal agreement with the city of Rochester.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Financial reports. Need approval?
Motion to approve. I do have one question.
Okay.
I'll second.
Second,
Thank you.
discussion on which page?
It's the third sheet in on the front. The JCAP contractual, did we miss something in the budget? It's a $10,000 expense against a zero budget line.
That's something they didn't budget for,
Okay,
correct?
I'm gonna look and see if it was on a different line last year.
Right, I'm trying to remember.
Because it doesn't make any sense that we wouldn't budget for that,
Right.
okay?
You can felt, and that certainly will come up in an audit.
Sure, I'll follow up.
Mhm.
Other than that, looks good.
Yeah, there were some expenses that weren't budgeted, and there's a couple other areas as well that they're a bit
Yeah,
over.
but they're minor. One of them is Stephanie's computer, because, you know, I was told after the fact that it was older than dirt.
Right.
So, okay.
Right, yeah, no, I understand that, yep. So I did attend a state of healthcare in Ontario County. I thought that was.
So I'm sorry, did we get a final approval then?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. All set, Eileen?
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, I attended a State of the Healthcare in Ontario County, and that was with the Thompson Health CEO. It was actually quite well attended. It was very interesting. And a tough thing to have, but I probably need to be discussed in this form because there are other town supervisors. One of the biggest costs we have in our country is we don't let people die. We have to have that conversation. And he said he hasn't practiced medicine in 14 years. And when somebody walks through the hospital, he can tell if they're going to die or not within a few months. And they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars keeping somebody alive, and they're in pain, and either the system or the family won't let them die, and their DNRs. And is it Kathleen Quinlan, if you remember that?
Yeah.
Those of you over 50 probably know about that.
Mhm.
Do you know about Kathleen Quinlan? Okay. So that was one of the first, the woman was 26 years old, and her parents, she was brain dead. And it took a long time for them to pull the plug. And here we are, how many years later? And he said that's hugely impacting. If we don't get that fixed, that's our biggest problem in the United States. And there was a couple of smaller things he talked about. I felt I needed to bring that to your
Well,
attention.
state to state, it's different.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
some states, yeah.
Yep, the home rule certainly helps.
Mhm.
A reminder on the harassment training is July 23rd, that's set up. And you are all welcome to attend. We did talk a little bit about the Jersey Hill QIP in progress. The Crossroad project will likely get submitted next year. It didn't make sense with the way the grant was set up. So another project was dovetailed in. I did write the letter of support. The application's going to go in. We don't know if we're going to get it. It's a big ask. The limit is $4 million for this grant per application. We're going for just a shade under 2. If we get it, great.
Remind us what the Crossroad
That was the culvert.
addition.
That was the culvert underneath the road that's going into the Honeyway Inlet.
Got it.
And it was a long, and didn't, it's not doesn't need to happen. And now we've got more time to think about it. And it might just time in the same point when we're doing the Canadice Inlet Bridge, who knows?
Okay. And I'm sure you know that we don't know what's going on, but 3 large.
That's what I talked about last month, the
Okay.
culverts
Up in Richmond?
in 36.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that is starting,
Yes,
Okay.
and those plans are on the county website.
okay?
Yep. Yeah, I saw them going up and down the road today. They are set and ready to go. They have 3 culverts ready, so there might be some one-way traffic, and hopefully we can get to where we need to go. And that's because eventually next year that's going to get repaved, but doing the infrastructure first.
Mhm.
Okay, new business, day of caring has been set October 3rd this year, a little later than usual, and we'll be looking for some folks that want to help us get that organized. Resolution reappointing Holly as our candidate sole assessor for a 6-year term. I need a motion. I'll make that motion. 6 years.
Second?
I'll second it.
There you
Rick
go.
seconded.
Rick,
Okay.
second.
All right.
Now, we need to have lots of discussion on this.
Absolutely.
Is this 6 years? That's a long time. The only longer appointment with the town is a 7-year planning board term. So,
I've already been here 4 and it's gone by so fast.
It-
What's another 6? Come on.
right.
You ready for the reassessment?
Yeah, we're working on that now. It's
Excellent.
gonna be a little
It-
scary, but Sylvia's been here helping me.
Good.
You got it. You were here for the last one, which makes it easy. Okay, those in favor?
Congratulations.
All right.
Aye.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We usually clap and stand and all that, but we're sitting ovation. Thank you. Resolution appointing Darlis McDonough as full member of the Canadice Planning Board for a term ending December 31st, 2030, at the end of our bicentennial.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Some discussion. She has a tremendous amount of experience. She is not only a planner for Ontario County, She was also Deputy County Administrator for Ontario County. So she comes with a wealth of experience. So our town has got some pretty talented people working for it.
Good.
So that's a great addition. Yeah, Deputy County Administrator, that's a pretty good position. So, those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that passes. Setting public hearing for comments pertaining to the Canadice Comprehensive Plan update. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Setting up public hearing for comments pertaining to a local law for a zoning update. That's our maps.
It's just a map. So in order to update anything in the zoning map, you have to do a local law.
We could talk about that under discussion, but yes, thank you.
And what map are we talking about?
The zoning map.
Is it changing?
Exactly.
It's up to you guys. So if you want to do discussion, like Christopher said, you still need a motion.
Yeah,
and a
so
second.
we do the motion in the second, then we have discussion, then we
Okay.
vote, is typically the procedure we'd
I
like to have.
retract my comment.
Right,
Thank you.
for now.
I just wanted to make sure you knew it was a map, not a zoning update.
Okay,
So,
moved.
so I'll second, and yes.
so Rick,
Now can we talk about it?
Rick motion, when I say so. Discussion.
Has there been a change to the
There's
zoning
about
map?
6 properties. There's about 6 properties, and I did put a list in your packet, I believe.
You did.
Yep, the list is still in your packet, just to make it easy.
So there has not been a change since zoning was adopted, and since the comprehensive plan committee is working on updating the plan, it was brought up that there are properties that should have gone into the conservation district and have not. No one remembered we had to do a local law. So the 6 properties that are listed there, I have more background that was supplied by Holly that shows where these properties are, how big they are. So it's up to you guys if
These are all
any or
properties
all
owned
of
by
them
state.
are transferred over to
These
the
are all-
conservation district.
Really?
And
These
so,
are state-owned
you know,
properties.
what if we
Okay.
did?
No effect to private landowners.
Our map wouldn't be as accurate.
It
Okay.
wouldn't be, it's part of, going to show up as part of the new comprehensive plan.
So that becomes a document as part of
So
it.
it's paperwork,
Just
right?
paperwork.
It's paperwork update?
Yes.
How many of these properties are now tax exempt from property tax? All of them?
All of them.
Okay,
They go off the tax rolls.
right.
So it's good to be aware.
Well, I wanted
And that trend
yeah,
continues.
to make sure everybody in the room knows that.
Oh, yeah. We've had those discussions. It's happening in Richmond, it's happening in several municipalities. But
Mhm.
So like I said, I've got more reports that Holly generated so we could take a look at what had not been transferred over. The zoning change does not really change anything for the person or the entity that has ended up owning the property. So the 164 acres on County Road 37 that Barbara Christoph sold to DEC, it's not changing anything for them other than it moves it into that green conservation district like the rest of the DEC property it's connected to.
Right.
it's more transparent, so when we look at a map, it just looks better.
It's up to date.
Yes, and I'm really glad we're doing that.
Mhm.
A question came up that, well, what happens if whoever this entity is that owns it wants to do something that's not allowed in the conservation district? There's nothing that says they can't be taken back out of the conservation district and do whatever they want to do.
Right.
But we have, any movement like this has to be done with a local law, which I didn't remember. I don't think anybody else thought of it. Zoning was adopted in 2007, so, and I was on the zoning research committee and I didn't remember that part, so. Once I got in this office, my mind went in other directions.
And I wasn't in this office, so I had nothing to do with it. Okay. Those in favor?
I,
Aye, it carries, we're done.
Destruction of town records.
Could I announce that? Destruction of town records. Did you want to table that, Terry? Is that what you said?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're waiting for.
I'm waiting for you to make a motion.
May I make a motion?
Let's see. I need a second.
I'll second.
Discussion.
No,
Those in
thank you,
favor?
Eileen.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
done. Boom. We're flying. What's means gonna be fast tonight. This is for Holly's sake. I thought it was gonna be long.
Thank you, Holly.
September town board meeting, again, moved September 8th to September 3rd. Gives us more time between the budget workshop and our August meeting. Budget workshop is set for Tuesday, September 23rd, also at 7 p.m. And we talked about those changes previously. Approval of the bills.
What was that? From the 8th to when? The
The
3rd?
third. Yeah.
That's a Wednesday. 2 days after Labor Day, like we did last year. Balances things out. Saves the need for special meetings. I've gone 2 years in a row without a special meeting. Thank you.
7 o'clock, same time.
Yes, sir.
And then the budget workshop is the 23rd.
And it's a Tuesday, so we don't conflict with our valued planning board,
What
which
time is
has
that?
7 p.m. Tuesday, September 23rd, and it's also on the agenda. And you will get emails. I already got an email, actually.
So the only question I have, and I'm sure you've already thought of it. Oh, no, I don't have a question. So I'll just do a legal notice for all of those dates.
Please, and like I mentioned earlier, the notice on the board at the front is,
I know. I just didn't get to that yet. I know, I saw it in his agenda.
that's okay,
October stays untouched, right?
right?
Yes. And I rearranged my schedule so I could be here for every meeting. Just to keep the streak alive. Okay.
So are we back to approval of the bills?
I was hoping so. Is it okay? Approval of the bills.
Motion to approve with the one addition, and that was noted right on the abstract.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, and everyone saw it.
Second.
And those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that carries. Thank you. Privilege of the floor. A weed harvest program did begin on July 1st
We should go into an executive session.
on that subject. Okay. And that's why I actually put that there.
And there's information I have that I'm not gonna share.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't sure how deep we were gonna go. Okay. I need a motion for an executive session by Terry, a second.
So I do have two privilege of the floor.
Okay,
Do you
can
wanna-
we table that? We're gonna table the executive session and privilege
No,
of...
we'll just go backwards. Okay, go ahead, Kate.
Okay, so I participated in the solid waste.
the first
citizens
initial?
committee, on the 26th. There were 8 of us in attendance.
Out of 21.
Yep, very poorly attended.
Thank
Very little feedback from the community. And I'm sure everybody, knows this, but, I had to process it during the meeting. So, the landfill closes and there's a financial impact on county taxes.
$6.7 million.
Thank you. But in terms of the haulers, they all make independent decisions about what they're gonna do next. And honestly, that had not occurred to me prior.
I've been trying to say that, and everything's gonna double or triple.
Yeah, and I think Terry said it a little bit ago, that you asked one of the people at the recycle, and he said, yeah, life just goes on. I, on 2 occasions during the meeting, voiced concern about the lack of public knowledge about the financial impact of this.
I agree.
And, you know, they're telling us that we're going to meet again. I have yet to have a second notice.
Can you send me a summary, because that's something that's
Sure.
important. I just feel, I was the lone dissenting vote in the county to keep the landfill open. I'm totally fine with that. There were other supervisors that caved for political reasons or whatever. What a lot of people don't realize is it's gonna cost us a lot of money, and it's gonna harm our environment. Sludge, right now, we're getting a deal on sludge. You know what sludge is? That's the stuff that
Yeah,
goes away that we don't really worry about, but guess where it's gonna go?
right.
And guess how far it's gotta go? Instead of right now, it's going in our, so when sludge goes into a landfill, it's a porous pile, and the sludge goes in. Right now, the cap is 8%. It can be 8% sludge. They might bring it up to 12%. It's gonna fill and filter down. You gotta watch the odor and the gas boil off. Farmington's paying a certain rate. City of Canandaigua is paying a certain rate. City of Geneva is paying a certain rate. But when somebody comes out of town, they're charging them over $130, and they're happy to take their sludge to us. But we don't take that much. But when it's got to go to Ohio or Pennsylvania or far, far away, it's going to cost some serious money. So, and we also, some of us want to see the Canandaigua Sewer District expanded, which is a good thing for the quality of the lake and our community.
Right,
So, among other things, what happens when recycling goes away?
right.
It's going to be,
There were several people in that committee meeting that had no idea about the financial impact. They were actually surprised.
and they were nominated by their supervisor, and they don't know. Oh,
And
I gotta find out.
I have real concern about the smaller haulers. There's a lot of people that are gonna lose their jobs. So my second privilege of the floor is we have got to do something about the mowing at the pump house.
Oh, I talked to him, he said he's behind, so he said he's gonna take care of it, and the girl that works for him's gonna do it.
Okay,
That's
soon,
Joel,
okay,
yeah,
because we're gonna get cited.
I know.
Okay,
I talked to him last week.
okay. Alrighty.
Yes.
That's my two.
So, I actually drove by today and didn't notice. but
Okay.
I figured-
Yeah, we gotta figure that out at the start of the season.
No, and the same thing's going on with the cemetery. The cemetery's not quite up to
You
shape.
said,
And
okay.
we just got billed for it, so,
okay.
but we haven't been billed for the water, because it hasn't been
I
done.
hope not.
Okay. Any other privilege of the floor, sir?
So, I'm not quite sure how to go about saying what I have to say. We'll go about it as me being a concerned taxpayer.
Mm-hmm.
I have firsthand knowledge that as of January 1st, the Hemlock Fire Department will be contracting Livonia Fire District to cover the town of Hemlock, to cover the town of Hemlock. My concern is that we as a community need to look into potentially recontracting Springwater over Richmond to cover what Hemlock's part.
Well, that's something, maybe we'll even talk about in budget workshop. We knew that was a big possibility because of manpower issues, if you will. That was the biggest nut. I look at what's going on in Fishers, and that's a mess.
Mhm.
I don't want to see us get to that point, but it's something we're going to need folks like yourself kind of helping us out and seeing what makes sense.
I know,
Because budget work, I mean, it's pretty much budget season.
yeah,
When's this gonna happen?
Soon.
January 1st. My last day as fire chief is the 31st of December.
And that's official, and that's as long as they're gonna go? Or is that's a state mandate though, right? With the manpower?
So no, what happens is Hemlock is struggling to have a full crew during the day, or any kind of crew other than myself. I'm already calling Richmond and Livonia into our fire district. We're going to continue the way we are currently until December 31st. Beyond that, there will be no Hemlock officers next year. We will be contracting with the Livonia Fire District.
So that becomes a Livonia substation?
Potential, well, within 2 years, we will be merged with Livonia as a fire district.
Has the paperwork already been started with the state?
Yeah. We have to do a consolidation study, a feasibility study, but my commissioners have made the decision that they're going to contract with Livonia next year.
Okay.
Will trucks roll from that station, or will they all roll from Livonia?
So Hemlock Fire Department will still be there. They can't technically like shut our doors because we're not merged, and we still have a crew that can still answer calls periodically when they can. The problem will be, I believe you guys have to have officers because they've talked about, hey, what if we approach Canadice and continue to keep that contract? Like, you're in the same situation, you have no people. You have one person during the day. It doesn't make sense. I also know Springwater's just lost 5 officers due to current officers now, or the current chief.
So do you have studies on proposed response times and all that? So if you look at some of these other
So
districts?
I don't. Richmond has already been responding to the southern portion of Springwater as it is until this year, until just recently.
Oh, so they're coming up and down the hill anyways. Oh, jeepers. We just redrew the maps. Son of a gun. It took all those years to redraw the maps.
I do know the Richmond commissioners talked about it on Thursday in their meeting, because Jesse and I have been in talks about what's going on. I also told them like roughly like what we're getting for that section over there. I don't know if they're interested, I couldn't tell you. But as far as people responding, Springwater and Richmond are really the only options, because we're kind of squished between the two of them. I know Livonia would consider it, but that would have to be something that's talked to with their commissioners.
Well, let's circle back with that, because certainly we want to, well, they're going to need some kind of proposal for our budget. And maybe we'll let them all bid for it. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
all
That's
3 of those departments are coming into Canadice already for help to begin with. so-
right. Okay. Any information I can get on that would be great. You get it? You get this, Eileen?
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's on the recording.
Oh, that's right.
I know my commissioners are looking to come here sooner than later to let you guys know, but I figured we gotta do something sooner than later than they decided.
Sorry for the news, but appreciate the formal update. We knew it was quite possible, and now we know
Absolutely.
that's gonna happen. Let's see.
Nobody wants to volunteer anymore.
Got that right. No one wants to pay people either.
All right, executive session?
Yes, at this time, we're going into executive session pertaining to,
I'm sorry, someone in the audience.
oh,
Just wanted to make a
Sure.
couple things clear.
Oh, sure.
It took the fire that I called in on, it was on a Sunday or Saturday,
Sunday.
down next to the Trident Marina. Took them 30 minutes to dispatch somebody out to that fire.
and a lot of folks were happy with what Richmond did, but it
Oh,
still took 30 minutes, because
Right.
was that a holiday weekend too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The worst part is you know, these poor guys, I mean, they got a family too, they're going to someplace or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So you're down on manpower. If everybody would give 10 years, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Right,
I
right,
did,
right,
to Springwater.
right.
So, and second thing I want to tell the town board, thank you very much for taking care of the partial mess next door. Joe will be getting a hold of you people to tell you what's going on. And I appreciate everybody, I really do.
Thank you.
Grass is growing where they seeded it and everything. So,
Oh, good. Didn't wash away, yay.
yeah,
Excellent.
We got lucky.
so I do appreciate it.
Thank-
And the last thing is Governor Hochul is trying to push through that we can be somebody can give you a pill to put you to sleep, just like you would your dog or whatever. But the reason why, it's just what you were saying there, you know, it's an expense, because the doctors are, you know, keeping you going. They don't look at the human aspect. Do you want to keep going? They just, if you don't have a DNR, you're done. They're gonna put you on machines. And it costs everybody dearly. So I think she's heading in the right direction with that.
Yeah.
It should be up to an individual.
Right,
Because
right.
if they can't repair me, they might as well put me down.
It's funny when I say, I agree with Governor Hogan, people look at me cross-eyed. But, no, there's,
She had a
yeah.
good point on it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so, again, it's an executive session for the four of us.
Okay.
Thank you for coming tonight, and enjoy
Thank
the
you.
beautiful
Thank you,
evening in the daylight.
I have a motion from Terry. Who made the second to go into executive session?
Kate,
Thank you.
and we're all in favor.
Thank you.
And we're gonna note the time. Can you close the door, Ted?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Well, 6 more years.
Bye, Eileen.